Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about switching. Switching is one-to-one communication between the devices in a large network which is infeasible using topologies such as star, mesh, etc. A switched network consists of a series of interlinked nodes called switches. Switches are devices capable of creating temporary connection between two or more devices linked to a switch. In a switched network, some of these nodes are connected to the end system and others for routing. Of this, message switching has been phased out in general communication but is still used in some applications like electronic mail. In message switching, each switch stores the whole message and forwards it to the next switch. This is the circuit switch network. The connection is established between the nodes. Circuit switch network is made up of a set of switches connected by the physical links, in which each link is divided into n channels. A circuit switch network consists of a set of switches connected by a physical links. A connection between two stations is dedicated path made of one or more links. However, each connection uses only one dedicated channel on each link. Each link is normally divided into n channels by using FTM or TDM. The end systems such as computers or telephones are directly connected to a switch. Three important phases to connect and transfer the information are setup phase, data transfer phase, and teardown phase. Circuit switching takes place at the physical layer. Before starting communication, the stations must make a reservation for the resources to be used during communication. These resources such as channels and switch buffers, switch processing time, and switch input and output port. They must be dedicated during the entire connection of the data transfer until the teardown phase. Data transferred between two stations are not packetized. The data are a continuous flow sent by the source station and received by the destination station, although there may be period of silence. There is no addressing involved during data transfer. The switches route the data based on their occupied band or time slot. Of course, there is end-to-end addressing used during the setup phase, as we will see shortly. Before the two parties can communicate, a dedicated circuit needs to be established. The end system are normally connected through the dedicated lines to the switches. So connection setup means creating dedicated channel between the switches. The resources such as channels, switch buffers, switch processing time, and switch I/O ports must be reserved until the teardown phase. For example, as shown in figure, when system A needs to connect to system M, it sends a setup request that includes the address of the system M to switch I. Switch I finds a channel between itself and switch 4 that can be dedicated for this purpose. Switch 1 then sends a request to switch 4 which finds dedicated channel between itself and switch 3. Switch 3 informs the system M of system A's intention at this time. In the next step to making a connection, an acknowledgement from system M needs to be sent in the opposite direction to system A. Only after the system A receives this acknowledgement, the connection is established. An end-to-end addressing is required for creating a connection between two end systems. It could be addresses of the computers in TDM network or telephone numbers in an FTM network. Data transfer phase. After the establishment of the dedicated circuit, the two parties can transfer the data. There is no addressing involved during data transfer. The switches route the data based on their occupied band or time slot. That data transfer between two stations is a continuous flow of signal, maybe with the period of silence. And finally, teardown phase. When one of the parties needs to be disconnected, a signal is sent to each switch to release resources. This is circuit switch network. The data transfer happens. Circuit switch network normally has a low efficiency, the delay in the type of network is minimal. During the data transfer, data are not delayed at each switch since the resources are allocated for the duration of the connection. The total delay is due to time needed to create the connection, transfer data and disconnect the circuit. The delay caused by the setup is sum of four parts: the propagation time of the source computer request and request signal transfer time, propagation time of the acknowledgement from the destination computer, and the signal transfer time of the acknowledgement. The delay due to data transfer is the sum of two parts, the propagation time and data transfer time. The third one is the time needed to tear down the circuit. If the receiver requests disconnection, then it causes the maximum delay. This is packet switch network. Packet switch network or datagram network. Switch in the datagram network uses routing table that is based on the destination address. Destination address in the header of a packet in a datagram network remains the same during the entire journey of the packet. Routing table. In a datagram network, packets are routed to the destination by means of routing table. Each switch has a routing table which is based on the destination address. The routing tables are dynamic and are updated periodically. The destination addresses and the corresponding forwarding output ports are recorded in the tables as shown in figure. Every packet in the datagram network carries a header that contains, among other information, the destination address of the packet that remains the same in its journey. So, the efficiency of the datagram network is better than that of circuit switch network. Resources are allocated only when there are packets to be transferred. The resources can be reallocated if it's idle for the other packets. Delay. Each packet may experience wait at a switch before it is forwarded. In addition, since not all packets in a message necessarily travel through the same switches, the delay is not uniform for the packets of a message. The virtual circuit network is a hybrid of circuit switched and datagram network. Some of its characteristics are: as in a circuit switch network, there are setup and teardown phases in addition to the data transfer phase. Resources can be allocated during the setup phase as in a circuit switch network, or on demand as in a datagram network. As in a datagram network, data are packetized and each packet carries an address in the header. However, the address in the header defines what should be the next switch and the channel on which a packet is being carried, not end to end. As in a circuit switch network, all packets follow the same path established during the connection. Virtual circuit network is normally implemented in the data link layer. Thank you.